Alright, Shalom, Yasharala. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, Ba'ashem Kakudash. Double honor to the Alzun Apostle Great Millstone. Peace and salutations unto the elect. Today's lesson is going to be on the video you saw on the clip in the beginning, and it is 100% true. Alright, she pointed out some things at that I honestly 100% agree with. Alright. And this, of course, doesn't apply to every woman, but for the majority of women who think like that, for the majority of women in general, it's typically the case. And, they typically like to have sex, unprotected sex, and not have responsibilities for their actions. All right. And whether that be abortion, whether it be, you know, adoption, whether it be this or that. Women always have an escape plan. Okay. And, they fight for these so called rights. They fight for them. And, this is Ecclesiasticus 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. This is 100% true, right? Women have to be one of the most wicked people on this planet. All right, it's Eve. Eve has to be some of the most wicked people on this planet. And of course, you have those exceptions. All right, you have those exceptions. Those who don't believe in the same things that these other women believe in, and the cases that sometimes they're not even in this truth. All right. In fact, a lot of women in this truth will act like they are in this truth, but really their morals are all fucked up, man. They'll sleep with multiple men. They do this, do that, which is complete wickedness. Okay, and it's really a headache to deal with. That's why brothers always suggest that if you deal with a woman, let it be outside this truth, because some of the most wicked women are women who are in this truth. And once again, there are some exceptions, who really are in this truth and really believe in this truth. And of course, there are even some exceptions in this world. All right, and some exceptions, who who actually somewhat know right from wrong. All right. This is Proverbs 21:19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and an angry woman. And what does that word mean? It means controversial or heated. All right. And women are some of the most argue. Women love to argue a lot. Okay. Women love to argue a lot, and it's something that it needs to be fixed. It needs to be, you know, because women feel like they're in this some sort of pedestal, when in reality, they wanna talk about equal rights and this shit, but they want to be put on the pedestal. So even that weak argument is just invalid, because first of all, they're claiming that they're below, this and that, when they have more rights than men do in this world, which is fucked up if you think about it. A woman could have slept with 5 men and she gets cheated once. She cries and everybody feels bad for her now. This is fucked up. And then you got the fucking degenerate men who preach and promote this shit. Salakia.
Sherlock, yeah. And you know, I'm gonna read some of these, I'm on this article real quick, and there are some, um, there's a lot of cons to one of these things that women go for, and it's called abortion. And these women argue that life doesn't begin until some certain point, like fuck what they say, 5 weeks is when life begins, so therefore it's not murder. But life actually begins in conception, which makes abortion murder. And conception is when a sperm cell fertilizes with an egg. All right. You know when when you ejaculate in a woman, a sperm cell fertilizing eggs. It begins to you know it begins the process of cell division, and that creates a human. All right. You know, and then these women don't 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 understand that. The thing that they don't understand is that this thing promotes this disposable, culture where they think anything's disposable, and they they um they act, they just have sex and don't have to worry about the consequences, which is fucked up once again. But anyways, I want to close out by giving our praise. I'm going to tell Bashim Shalom.
Women are bailed out of every single bad decision we make. If we want to sleep around, there's birth control. If birth control doesn't work, there's abortion. If the girl does get pregnant and wants to keep it, she can put the dude on child support and not let him see the kids. Like, a guy gets 6 days a month, maybe, if he's lucky. On top of that, if that doesn't go well, they can give it up for adoption. It's like women are always bailed out of every bad decision we make. I heard here they gave you free housing if you're a single mother. What incentive do we have to make good decisions if we get free shit from the government for making bad decisions?